Hey guys, welcome back to part three of moving into our Florida apartment. Today we are going to pull this place together. We're going to get it decorated, we're going to get it feeling good and feeling homey, and I could not wait to share it with you guys. We're starting off in the bedroom. I'm going to go ahead and get the bed made and just add some touches to the bed. I don't have any art in here, and we do want to get curtains for in here, but we're going to wait until I go visit next time to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be printing up. I most likely will be printing up some great photos that we got while we were in Florida. I think that that's appropriate for the apartment, and some neutral curtains to go over that window. These ceilings are really high, and I think that the curtains are going to look really good. But they're not for decor. If that window wasn't so bright and let so much light in, we most likely would probably not even decor or hang any up at all. I had mentioned in the last video that I am trying to keep this apartment very minimal to exactly what we need, and try and make it feel homey as well. So that is it. You can see that I put a fitted sheet over the box spring. I didn't want to invest in a bed skirt, so this is a trick. If you didn't know, you could just put a fitted sheet for the size bed that you have over the box spring to hide it in any color, and it does a wonderful job of doing that. So that is what I did here. This bed is so cozy. This bedding is so cozy. It's Calvin Klein. I picked it up in California at Home Goods a few years ago. And honestly, I like it better than the Pottery Barn bedding that I purchased for a lot more money that I have here in California or here in Tennessee. It is soft, cozy, and just I can't even explain how wonderful it feels. It's just Calvin Klein. I don't really know. I think I may have shared it when we were living in the apartment. If you go back in my videos and you look at, I'll see if I can link it in the description. So maybe check there. But if I don't, if you go back and look a couple years ago when I redid the apartment bedroom, I shared it in that. So it is the most coziest. I mean, it's soft and just yummy. I love it. If I find it again, I kid you not, I'm going to purchase it for here in Tennessee because I just love it. So anyways, added a few pillows. You'll see that everything that I brought with me is very cohesive with one another. Everything works really well throughout the apartment. So as you move through the apartment, everything is very neutral and cohesive and kind of in the same palette. Ernie noticed it. He came home and he said, I really like the neutral palette that you have going on. All of the wood tones are the same, which is why I was really hoping that we were going to get a neutral palette as far as the finishes go in the apartment, and so we scored. So very happy about that because my palette works out perfectly. So you'll notice that throughout the apartment, the theme is the same as far as wood tones and decor and colors, just keeping it all very neutral and very warm. And that is exactly what I wanted. So I am going to just pull it all together. We're going to do some decorating. We're going to still do some cleaning. I needed to get the slipcover washed, and so we have a nice fresh sofa. Unfortunately, it was not wrapped very well, but it needed to be washed anyways prior to moving. And Ernie, I told him don't worry about it. I said I'm going to want to wash it anyhow after it comes out of a pod, so don't bother washing it and putting it back on. What I should have done is washed it and put it in a box and just let the actual sofa get wrapped and moved, but we didn't do that. So anyways, it doesn't matter. It's lovely having a slipcover sofa because you can wash it and it's like a brand new sofa all over again. But yeah, we are going to pull this place together and get it looking homey and feeling like home a little bit and cozy. And it was such a wonderful day to do this. We had thunderstorms and I love that. So I got to enjoy my coffee in the afternoon and just really relax and enjoy the space.
You walked in and I thought, here we go. One look and I am all but sober. I forget that I've been here before. And suddenly you're all I see. The situation, it gets me frustrated. It's all in my head. I fall in love way too easily. Yeah, I always need to remind myself. Nothing of what I feel is real. But I'm such a drama queen. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. You said hi and I thought, here we go. Can you tell that I am all but sober? Never realized my friends went home. Suddenly you're all I need. The situation, it gets me frustrated. It's all in my head. I fall in love way too easily. Yeah, I always need to remind myself. Nothing of what I feel is real. But I'm such a drama queen. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. I know that it's just a crush, but I always read way too much into stuff. Nothing of what I feel is real. But fuck, I'm such a drama queen. I know it's just a crush. I know it's just a crush. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. I know it's just a crush, crush, crush. I know that it's just a crush, but I always read way too much into stuff. Nothing of what I feel is real. But fuck, I'm such a drama queen. I know it's just a crush, I know it's just a
I always find something funny when I'm editing and looking back at my footage. I'm sure most YouTubers will tell you that. But I'm smelling everything. And the reason why is we were living out of the suitcases at the hotel. And so even though we try and keep our dirties separate, I was smelling the hotel. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't know. I was smelling like the hotel. And so anything that didn't smell fresh, I went ahead and washed it, whether it was worn or not. So that's what I was doing. And I was, unpacking Ernie's suitcase because he put a bunch of stuff in my luggage and put some in his, all of his work stuff, and some going out things, for like when we got to nice dinners and that kind of thing, he brought with him to the apartment. So I was getting that all organized, needed to get laundry done. I was feeling really good on this day. It was just so nice to finally, we had been anticipating this for quite some time. Those of you that have been watching, you were with us when we went to Florida at the end of last year and found these apartments. And I knew that this is where I wanted to be. So I kept thinking about it and was hoping that one was going to be available. Well, they were brand new and they're building, there's 3 new buildings going up around us. So there was going to be no lack of apartment for us. So I'm thankful for that. But it was just so nice to finally get to do, what I had been thinking of. And there's a lot of stuff in this closet that Ernie will be driving back with him. For instance, that gray tub, the stuff in the box, I ended up emptying that out another day. I ended up going through this whole closet another day, and I got everything organized to where when Ernie drives home, he can load the truck up with, not load it up, there's not a bunch of stuff. I'm going to buy one more tub, or I told him to buy one more tub, and just put the stuff in it, and that way he has 2 tubs, and he can drive it home. That way the only thing that's left there is his ironing board, his clothes, his shoes, that kind of thing. But he doesn't need anything else in that closet. So I ended up emptying that box, and I pulled that comforter that I shoved in that gray tub. I was able to fit that in that plastic comforter bag, and so that was really nice. And anyway, so he's going to bring all that stuff with him. There's a couple of fall pillows that I had in one of the bins. I was going to bring those home with my luggage so that I have them here, but I couldn't fit them into the luggage. So Ernie will bring that home. I don't need them, but it would have been nice to have them. So anyways, the closet turned out really good, and I was really happy to get that all nice and organized and clean for him. And I was continuing the march on laundry, just making sure to get everything washed. I didn't want to have any dirty laundry. I wanted to get myself put back together and, start to hang some artwork up and just kind of pull the place together. It was looking better and better each day, but you can see I mop. That's all I did was mop, because I couldn't believe how dirty the floors were when we first got there. So I just felt like every chance I could, I mopped, and so I would be, in a space, and I would get it, further clean and organized, and I would vacuum and mop. And I continued to do that the whole week, following week before I came home. I just wanted to make sure that it was, that I got everything, because it was really hard when the guys brought all the stuff in. They were walking with their shoes, and although I feel like I got every area that we walked on with shoes, I feel like I got every area, clean and more clean. I still felt like the need to continue to do it. I don't know. It was weird. So anyways, now I'm done with that and the bedroom, and now we're going to move into the living room, and I'm going to continue the march in here.
Why don't you just stay in my arms tonight? Why don't we press pause on the fights we had? Oh, won't you just let me hold you so tight? We need to stop this bleeding. Whatever we think is wrong, who cares? It's just not right. Seeing things from all these angles, we waste our time. Talking about everything just messes up our minds. Tapping out, leaving this now. Cause whatever, forever, we can do this, we're together. Just rise, fall nice. You and me be lighter than a feather. Never ever, war zone, gonna fly with shit and heavy. Suddenly we see the same. Why don't you just stay in my arms tonight? Why don't we press pause on the fights we had? Oh, won't you just let me hold you so tight? We need to stop this bleeding. When we're good, all is fine, yeah, we can do much better. I don't wanna win a fight just to be right instead of being close to you. Stop, it might be losing us. I know this hard, it's not who we are. Come on, baby, we got this. Cause whatever, forever, we can do this, we're together. Just rise, fall nice. You and me be lighter than a feather. Never ever, war zone, gonna fly with shit and heavy. Suddenly we see the same. I am ready, are you ready? Let's make it better, baby. open up for me. Just let it go, forgive more than ever. On the fights we have, oh, won't you just let me hold you so tight? We need to stop this bleeding.
I might scrap these pictures altogether now looking back and put those over the bed and lower them, because when I hang art visually, I try and keep them even. So I was trying to keep them even with the cabinets on the left of them and the door on the right of them, just so that everything visually was even. But even though it looks good, but I think it would look good in a smaller space. So before I left, I thought, maybe I should move those to above the bed, or no, I want to print some up. But now that I'm looking at this video as I'm editing, I think when I go back, I'll probably just buy one piece of art, something lightweight and inexpensive, for above the sofa, and I'll put these in the bedroom above the bed. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I think that would look really good. But now I am pulling this living room together and finishing up the clean part of it so that I know that every surface has been touched.
I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. I'm so goddamn naive. I keep coming back, 'cause you're taking me higher, higher than taste as bitter.
One of you guys had brought to my attention Alexandra Buter. This was back when I was saying I wanted to do lattice on the walls. One of you guys had said she had done it because I had seen it in a magazine, and she sure did. She did it to her office, and it looks fabulous. I don't know, I still may want to do that, maybe in the guest room. I want to give the guest room a refresh, but that's going to be, you guys, I've got stuff coming up here on my channel at home. When we decided to not move forward with the Airbnb and just kind of sit back and see what life is going to bring us, we decided to move forward with projects here in our home. So we've got the office being turned into a library build out, Ernie's bar upstairs in the men's lounge, and the bunk room. So once I get through those, then, maybe I'll start refreshing some other spaces. My plan is to slowly but surely create a very cohesive look throughout my home. I don't feel like it's extremely cohesive right now. And with the exception of the men's lounge, that's Ernie's thing. That's his thing up there. But I'm not saying matchy-matchy. I mean downstairs, I want everything to be pretty cohesive. But anyways, so once we get through there, that stuff, then, I'll be able to start refreshing other spaces that I've already done. So anyways, we're in the kitchen again. I want to talk a little bit about that soap dispenser that I bought at Walmart. And I don't remember if I got that in the bathroom section or the kitchen section. However, it is one of those pumps that is meant for to turn your liquid hand soap into foam. So foaming hand soap. And I did not realize that. So I filled it up with Dawn. And every time I went to go pump it, it was so hard to get out. So I poured almost all of that Dawn back into the Dawn container, and I added water to what I left in there, and sure enough, I got foam. And I thought, what a fantastic way to save money. So I wanted to share that tip with you. If you don't want to make your own Dawn dish spray wash or whatever that stuff is called that I make, and you want to use Dawn. I love Dawn, by the way. Dawn is one of my favorite dish soaps because it just cuts through grease like no other. So anywho, if you want to save money and use as little as possible but get a big job done, then, get yourself one of those bottles, one of those pump bottles that are for foaming hand wash. And you can make your own foaming dish soap, if you will. It's awesome. I literally put almost all of the Dawn back in the bottle, except for maybe I left 1/4 inch of the Dawn at the bottom and maybe a 1/2 inch, and filled the rest up with water, and it's fabulous. And I let Ernie know how to mix it if it needs to be refilled. But what a lifesaver. So anyways, I moved into the bathroom. I got the counter all organized, and underneath the cabinet all organized. And now I wanted to hang a picture and just kind of pull it all together and do a little refresh, because by this point we had already stayed one night in the apartment, and so I wanted to keep it fresh. I was keeping it fresh all week because I wanted to leave and know that Ernie had a fresh, clean apartment. I'm weird that way. He doesn't mind. A matter of fact, the morning that I left, I was in the bathroom doing just this, and he came in and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Cleaning the bathroom." He goes, "Babe, just relax. It's fine. I can do that." And I said, "I know you can. It's just who I am as a wife, I like to take care of him," and he's equally the same with me. He stayed with me at the airport until I went through security, and because you can do that, the Jacksonville airport, people who go with you we got to have breakfast together and everything, but it's just set up in a way to where he was able to watch me go through security before I went to my gate, and he just, he's just a sweet guy that way. So anyways, so I'm, doing some organizing, some decorating, and some re-cleaning, if you will. These rugs were so full of lint. So I wanted to get them shook out really well. And of course I had to vacuum, because every time I stepped on them, I would track fuzz through the apartment, and it was driving me nuts. So I had to do that a few times. I'm scared to wash them and dry them. I'm sure they're going to be like a wool rug. You know how wool is. A wool area rug is one of the most comfortable rugs you'll ever buy. They are expensive, but they are super durable and amazing. Easy to get stains out of. Well, it depends on the stain, but pretty easy to get stains out of. And I say that because of the natural oils in the wool help to repel stains. And I know this because I used to sell flooring years ago. And I had to know my fibers. But however, I love wool rugs. And but if you know wool, they shed until they don't shed anymore. That's just how they are. So even when you buy a brand new one, you'll vacuum. It'll fill up your container, your vacuum with fuzz, and it'll do that over and over again until it just doesn't anymore. It usually takes 6 months to a year for a wool rug to stop shedding. So anyways, as you can see, I'm adding just some homey touches, getting the laundry done, just cleaning, just kind of pulling it all together, if you will, getting the laundry finished. I really wanted to make sure to do that and get the closet set up. That was one of my goals on this day, was to do that. I have a hard time sitting. I can't, and especially now that I'm sleeping. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys were looking for, a lot of people asked me about that mouthpiece I talked about for snoring. It's called the Snore MD, I believe. Let me look. I'm looking. But it has been an amazing contribution to my life. It's called Snore MD, and it is at Walmart for $40. If you go to walmart.com and look up Snore MD, it'll tell you what aisle it's on and how much it is in your area. But, $39.98, $40. It's been a life changer as far as energy goes. And that just is amazing. Now, I have a hard time sitting down anyways, which is, I guess, why I decided to do something about it, because little by little, when you lose sleep and you don't realize how important sleep is overall, it's just overall health-wise, your body needs rest. And when you're not getting rest, everything suffers. And so I was suffering, and I knew it when every day I was taking a nap, and even the naps were not restful because I was snoring in my naps, and it was awful. So I was pretty much just living my life like a zombie, tired all the time, and I couldn't do it anymore. And so I was so happy when I found this, because now when I'm tired, it's because I'm actually tired. I have a hard time sitting down anyways. That's just me. So I was in a bad mood a lot of the time when I wasn't sleeping, because like I said, I have a hard time sitting. So the fact that I had no energy to get up and do everyday things, and I would do them because they had to get done, but I just didn't have the energy. It didn't feel good. So for those of you who are suffering with this, no, you're not alone. And definitely do something. I could never wear the mask with all the tubes and everything. I can't do it. So the fact that I have something that's I can wear, or put in my mouth, and I sleep through the night and get a good night's sleep, and I wake up the next morning refreshed and ready to take on the day, whatever that day brings, is truly amazing to me. So I'm thankful for it. And so if you guys need one, definitely check it out. I like the one I bought. I had originally seen this on Tucker Carlson. He was talking to somebody about it, and they were advertising a whole different mouthpiece that you could buy. I didn't even bother to look at that one to see how much that one was. I just looked up mouthpieces, and it said Walmart had one, and I said I'm going to go get one, and so I went and got one. I didn't want to wait for anything to be shipped. I wanted it that day, that night, so that's why I chose the Snore MD one. That's going to do it, guys. I am done. I've pulled the apartment together. Now we just get to enjoy it and live in it and enjoy each other's company and relax and all that jazz. I want to thank you guys so much for staying till the end. I hope that you guys enjoyed this 3-part unpack with me in Florida, moving to Florida, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, here and there I'll be doing a little bit here and there as far as decorating, but I'm not going to go all out like I would if it was my own home. I may or may not take the camera with me when I go visit. It just totally depends. Like I said, I don't feel like everything needs to be shared on the internet, and I'm kind of thinking that this area, this part of our life might just stay between us, and this might be the last time you see the apartment. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see whatever I feel like doing, but I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. I want to appreciate you. I want to let you guys know I appreciate you. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching till the end, guys. Bye-bye.